everybody? Got a very serious video today. Very serious now. But you saw the title. Yeah, lost my job. Place I worked at over a decade, mainly as a manager. It's bullshit. Wasn't warranted, but I'm dealing with it and I'm also completely fine. So no worries there. I just wanted to get that out of the way. The main thing that this video is about is cards and selling cards and what that's going to mean for me going forward. Because while it feels, of course, someone's vacuuming right outside the door. While, you know, it feels a little premature to reflect on the channel and what I've been doing lately, because it's been like just over a month. Seriously? Yeah, it's premature to reflect and reminisce on the start of the channel, but when I did start, when I was first starting to get back into it and want to make this channel, box breaks and opening stuff was obviously what I was watching and into, but found out very quickly that's very, very pricey. So then I got into just, you know, collecting and looking at singles and whatnot, and then refining the collecting from there and trying to PC people that would be interesting, fun to share with you guys, and you know, really, really cheap. So I definitely have always had a collector mentality coming to this. You know, of course, when you don't have money and you're interested in something, you have a hobby, or at least for me, I basically like to get into every nook and cranny of it. And while I couldn't be spending money on product, on boxes or packs or this, I was interested in it, so I was just researching everything about it. And you get into the so to speak market that way a little bit, because an element of it that caught my eye is this whole idea of prospecting, right? One thing you can do is maybe get some young guns of someone who are super cheap, buy them at $2 or $3 when no one knows their name, and if you have a good eye for this or a good mind for this, you can try to buy the players at that price range that you think are going to break out. If you had bought, you know, X player 2 years ago when they were $1 and now they're $18, $20 for their young guns, you know, it's hard to do, but you can make some money that way. Of course, you have to buy like a lot of their young guns at that price. You start building up a little collection, 10, 15 people, but if you spend $30, $40 on 10 of these cards and then you sell them each for 10, you know, you're over doubling your money right there. And if you can do that multiple times, then sure. So that obviously isn't a way to make a living. There's not very much money in that, in hockey specifically, but I figured since I do that anyways, I love prospects, I love the draft pool, I love looking at young up and comers and whatnot. If that could be, you know, without really any extra effort, something that you can make money on, or something that at least, you know, has something, it's like a game, there could be something more into it, that got me interested in it. And that was kind of my entry into looking at it from that perspective. So, and that's still even a collector's mentality, is like, I want to collect these players. And that was, you know, when I thought of the Blackhawks thing, like try to pick who the best Blackhawks prospects are besides Bedard, who might, you know, ride his coattails and be around when they become a good team again. You know, that wasn't because I want to make a profit on them. That was just something I would have done anyways. So, you know, not a whole lot of money to be gained from that, but that kind of opened that door and made me think about selling cards and looking at it that way. And then, you know, of course, I actually haven't had a job for a while. I've been on temporary layoff because of the Writers Guild strike. That's connected to my work, and they were supposed to recall me, and they didn't. They made it official. So now this kind of looking at the market and selling cards thing, you know, might become more of a necessity, and anything that involves this hobby that could be a job sounds interesting to me as like a fresh start. You know, I had the collection that I showed you guys last time that I found, and you know, that's a good starting point, because you know, I didn't buy any of those cards, at least not since I was 14. And then I have this here, which is the other part of the collection that these were at my dad's place and he gave them to me, so I'll show you them in a bit. And so there's been a boring video just looking at a box the whole time. Maybe I'll just open it up. So yeah, so I'm still warming up to the idea, because I think Wall Street is like the scum of the earth, and I know these aren't stocks. I mean, that's what I kind of like about them, is they kind of have this kind of stock excitement element to it, but it's not going to be this kind of cold, completely about money thing. Like if I buy a card that I'm investing in, so to speak, that I want to flip, I mean, getting that physical card as a collector will still be fun to me. And, you know, buying these cards that I think are going to be worth something that I'm interested in, even if they're not, or I ended up keeping them, like that's not the mentality you take when you're just about money or doing something with stocks or something like that. But in this case, like, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, these cards are I'm still a fan, I'm still a collector, and it could easily just go one one way or the other. But yeah, I think I want to try, just want to see what this kind of world or what this opportunity could be like, I guess. And I'm opening it up, of course, for any advice people have. Like I have a lot of questions and a lot of things I'm learning. I tend to like research things pretty deeply, so I have some things that maybe I could make separate videos about. This was kind of just like a general video. I mean, I've been looking for deals everywhere and looking through auctions for lots and eBay for lots and stuff. I'm finding one thing that it's pretty hard, because I mean, a lot of people talk like this is obvious or this is easy to do. I think a lot of people who make videos more on like the investing, like money side of things, are in other sports, and I think it must be easier there because there's a lot more money flying around and a lot more people involved. So it's a lot easier, I think, to find mistakes or to find cheap lots with a higher ceiling. Anytime you find like a hockey lot for like young guns, it's a smaller world and everyone pretty much seems to know the value of those, and they don't seem to go for considerably less. Like when you factor in tax and shipping and then the fees that are going to come out on your end, the margins are super, super small. So it seems like you kind of basically got to get up to a place where you can afford to buy, like, say, a Jack Hughes raw young guns and PSA it and flip that. That's how people are going to make their money, which is a whole other thing, PSAing, especially from Canada and all this stuff. But the starting point here of having kind of like 2 boxes of cards that with some decent cards in there that I could sell, maybe to get a head start, I'm kind of lucky that way. And maybe with some money brought in from that, I can invest it into, the ways that this seems to actually work. I've also, like I said, had a hard time in Vancouver finding cards. So like I haven't found a single card store. I haven't been to all of them, but I haven't found a single card store that has a dollar bin, which I think would be probably my best bet out of anything. It's just the dollar bin, which is what people, really stress you can do and you can get from card shows. There's only been one card show since I've been doing this, and you still have to pay for a ticket to enter. I don't know if that's common, but it was $10. I couldn't go anyways. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot more I wanted to say, but I also just wanted to kind of get this out there. And so I'll start showing you some of these cards. So, I got some standard stuff, like, so just autographs always sell, so it's good. I got a bunch of autographs. Joseph Stumple, Palffy out of 120, Chatin gold autograph, like something like that, like might go for $3-4. But I have yet to assess a lot of these. Bobby Hall insert. It's just some. I think this one's damaged a bit in the corner, but Chris Drury, Badano insert. So like this, these are the cards I'm excited about that they were in there. Some of these Hall of Fame signatures and stuff. And what I've been doing, I'll put my eBay store in the description, obviously, because I have started testing and selling singles, and I've made a few sales. And basically, if there's anything in here that you like and want, let me know and I'll list it, or we can work something out. And also check out the eBay store and see if there's anything you like, because basically I look at sales for sure, obviously, and then I look at also what's actually live listed. And if I basically try to list something for as close to what it's been reasonably selling for, while also being the lowest card listed. So if any of these are interested, if there are any of these cards you're interested in, or any of the cards on my eBay store if there's any there that you're interested in, know that it's, as far as I know, your cheapest possible option on eBay to buy mine. And then I always leave if it's not an auction, which I've been rarely doing, I always leave the make an offer option there. So you can still undercut me even more. You can throw me an offer my way and I'm probably just going to accept it. Pekka was my dad's favorite. It's a random DiPietro base. So a lot of autos, which is nice. A lot of random no names, but you never know. You list them, then you just wait. You never know. Oh, something Superman. That's don't know. Have no idea about Marvel cards and their value. This is really cool. It says $40. I guess wherever store my dad bought it from, but these go for a couple bucks as it is. But this is a authentic gold Bobby Hall autograph. Doesn't say it's Bobby Hall anywhere. I just know the autograph, and it's numbered out of 1,000. Be nice if it was a little bit lower number, but the auto on card, the gold on card Bobby Hall auto, I feel like that's a hard one to assess. I don't know how much it's worth, so I haven't listed it, but it's not bad. This one, really cool. jersey, stick, and glove, Roger Crozer. Pro rookie, which seems to be in not the worst shape ever. And then got this Marcel Dion, and then everything behind here. This has everything I've listed so far. Thibaut auto, this Hasek glove insert, Bill Barber auto, Pro insert, this Leafs insert, and then my stuff from the O-Pee-Chee, Steve Larmer auto, Roy insert, and this, no views, no watchers, no bids yet. I just threw this up for auction just as a test. The only other one listed is like $100. No way it's gonna sell for that, but this is a trilogy rookie premiere of Phil the Thrill out of 999. People love Phil, so I feel like if someone's gonna see this and bid on it. I don't know. Get in if you like him while you can, because no one's seen it yet. So yeah, looking for. I mean, there's tons of videos out there for like tips and advice that I've been watching. So it's a lot of the same stuff. A lot of this stuff is pretty common sense, self-explanatory. But you know, comment whatever you want, and I'm curious about what people's experience are selling on eBay versus other platforms. Like if there's a reason they really hate eBay or they only use it. I heard some people say they only buy off eBay, they find lots that way, whereas I've tended to just buy it for personal like collection reasons because of the taxes and the fees and the shipping and stuff. And I would assume auctions and dollar bins are way better, and just haven't had much luck there. And then, you know, curious about selling on other platforms where you can avoid those fees, like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, whatever it is. Basically, I'm saying this super late in the video, so it's probably going to be buried, but basically there's a lot of things I'm interested in that I want to do with my life, not to get too heavy, but a lot of that stuff is, how do I put this? This seems like something that anyone can do, and that's not a knock to it. That's actually quite exciting. But I just see there's, you know, it seems like it's just a normal job in some ways. You're just selling stuff, and I see completely normal people be able to make money, or at least make enough money to actually have a whole business, open a card store, whatever. I don't know what my ambitions are yet, but I'm open to this being a source of income and being a job, and you know, people do it all the time. You go to a local card store and there's 100 tables set up. All these guys are making money selling cards and whatnot, and it just seems like if you just are consistent and stick to it and work pretty hard, it's the same as anything. It just seems like a pretty realistic thing to achieve. It's not like being an NHL player or being an artist that makes money. It's like you're selling hockey cards, people want them, and you know, a lot of guys do it, and that's how they make their money, or it's a decent side hustle, or they even open a store one day. And it's like, I just don't think that it's out of reach for someone like me. Again, I'm not sure how far I'm going to take it, if it's what I want to do, but for now, like, obviously I need something more substantial, but for now, as we're figuring this out, my family and I, like, this is something that's kind of there, and I'm interested in it right now. So if I could channel that interest into income, which is, I usually don't have that opportunity with my usual interests, that could be really nice. So I'm just looking for, any and all advice, tips, thoughts, whatever it is. And yeah, try not to make this video too long. So, and I'll have videos coming out in the future that are specific to this, about specific stuff, whether that's certain cards or grading or whatever. I don't know how deep into like market analysis stuff I'm going to get into. Honestly, a lot of it, again, seems pretty simple, and the stuff that isn't is uncertain. You can't really say with any confidence what this is going to be or how much that's going to go for. And it is kind of an unregulated Wild West too. People can list things for whatever they want to. So yeah, I don't know, like I still think content wise I'm going to be centered around collecting and packs and the stuff that you've already seen, but I'm going to be selling this stuff too, and if there is something I think is interesting about it, I'll make a video about it. I've been thinking a lot about it lately and speculating a lot, various things. If you want to hear those thoughts, that's something I could do as well. But I don't see this becoming some like soulless market thing. In fact, I'm pretty committed to it not becoming that. But yeah, it's just an added dimension to the channel, let's say, to the hobby. The more and more I just got into it and interested in it and didn't have the money to just indulge in opening packs, that attention had to get funneled somewhere, and I just ended up exploring every nook of the hobby and got interested in this. And then now this is the way things have gone, and I might need to try to make the most of it or see it as an opportunity. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the attention, your time, and any tips you may have or what have you. So thanks.